All the roads lead to Rome, but where do Rome's roads lead to? Nowhere if you don't know how to use it. That's why today we're going to give you every single tip that we know as locals on how to use public transport in Rome, how to get from the airport and back, how to use the metro, how to use the bus, how to use the tram, and if you give up on all of these, how to take a taxi in Rome safely. So after this video, you're going to be a pro on using public transport in Rome, and not only, you can use these tips in Italy and also everywhere in Europe. So keep watching. We're gonna go to tip number 1. Tip number 1, traveling to the airport. You arrived at the airport, but what do you do now? Well, there are a few ways to get to the city of Rome. The first one would be by train. You can either buy a train ticket on the Trenitalia app, or you can get a physical train ticket from the machines that you can find in the airport. Now, it's very important to remember that there are a couple of trains from the Fiumicino to the city of Rome, and you should make sure that you get the direct one. Why? Because this way you don't have to change, and it also only takes 30 minutes. How can you check this? You can check it on the Trenitalia app. Make sure it's the one that is 30 minutes, not the one that is 50 minutes, because the one that is 50 minutes, you have to change it in a different city or in a different little town, and that is not worth it in my opinion. If you're coming from Ciampino Airport, there is only one train and it only takes 20 minutes, and this one is always direct. Another way to get to and from the airport is by bus. You can take a bus from the airport and it's a little bit cheaper than the train. My favorite one is Vision because it doesn't do any stops in the city of Rome and it only takes about 40 minutes and it only costs €9. You can either book your ticket on their official website or you can buy the ticket before boarding the bus. You can pay by card or you can also pay by cash. Another bus option is Flixbus, but I want to mention to you that this one stops in a few places in the city of Rome and the ride will take up to 1 hour, but is a little bit cheaper, meaning it's only €8. So do make sure how many stops it has and how long does it take when you get to the airport. If you're traveling in a group of 4 or in a family, we recommend that you get a taxi because the price you're going to pay for either train or a bus is very similar to the price you're going to pay for a taxi. So remember, for the taxis in Rome, there is a fixed price given by the government, so the taxi person cannot ask for more money from you. To Fiumicino Airport is €55 and to Ciampino Airport is only €50.
Talking about trains, I will give you some tips to use the trains here in Rome and save yourself from getting fined. Along with the metro, trains are one of the most reliable means of transportation within the country. Remember that Italy has one of the best fast lines in all of Europe. So do check when you are traveling to Milan, Florence or any other city. You will get comfortable seats, fair prices and an overall really good experience with them. Many people don't know, but while you are at Termini, you can check the different food stalls upstairs. There are different options, Italian, international and even vegan. You get really good quality food without sacrificing your budget. Also, you can use the toilets here. They are super clean just for a small fee of €1.20. You can pay either with card or with cash. And believe me, for a train station, they are super good.
Metro is the most reliable form of transport in Rome, but it has very limited line. Regardless, it will still take you to the Colosseum, Vatican or Circus Maximus. You can always check which lines of the metro to take on apps like Google Maps and Move It. It does close fairly early, especially during the week. It closes at 10:30, but during the weekend, meaning Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it closes at 1:30. The tickets for the metro in Rome cost only €1.50 and they last for a total of 100 minutes. You can buy the tickets in the cash machines next to the metro, or you can tap your phone or even your card as you go inside the metro. The most important thing about the metro, and I really want to address this, is pickpockets. There are a lot of pickpockets here in Rome and the police doesn't really do much. You will see them in all metro lines, especially in the city center, and you have to be very careful with your belongings. Always keep your phone in your hand, your bag really close to you. I mean it, hug your bags, okay? Don't let anyone near you. If anyone is pushing into you, they might be trying to steal your belongings, so be very careful with pickpockets in Rome.
As we just said, transport tickets in Rome are so cheap. So you might be wondering if it's worth to buy a city pass that includes different attractions such as Colosseum, Vatican, among others. To be honest, we don't really think it's worth it. Ticket prices in Rome are quite low, so realistically you won't spend that much. Regarding Vatican and Colosseum, we recommend you to go on a guided tour so you can get the most out of your experience here in Rome.
If you need to take the bus in Rome, well, good luck to you. They are not the most reliable forms of transport, but the best thing about buses is that they run 24 hours. During the day is going to be a lot of them, but during the night is going to be very few buses going around, but still there will be some. Now, the reason why the buses in Rome are such a mess is because there's not a set schedule for them. So how do you know when it's coming? Well, you kind of have to guess, or you can use Google Maps to help you. But the best app that I found that really helps you is Move It. You can check it on Move It when your bus is coming. And just remember, if it shows the time of the bus, it shows that it is green, that means your bus is definitely coming. If you also want to see the live location for the buses, you can pay a certain amount per month or even per year, and then you can see the exact live location of the buses, or if it's coming or if it doesn't. There are two ways that you can get buses here in Rome. The first one would be a physical ticket. You can buy a physical ticket from a tabaccheria or from the cash machines, but remember, you always have to validate your ticket, and this is going to be at the back of the bus next to a yellow machine. Another way to get your ticket is by using your card. Just remember that you need to use your physical card, and you can pay inside the bus. You can just tap it. Now, it's very important to note that if you want to pay for two people, you have to use two cards. Otherwise, it's not going to work, because when the person comes to check the tickets inside the bus, they're going to tap your card on their machine and they're going to see if you paid or not. Now, one way to pay for two people or three people on one card is if your bank app is super fast and they show that you paid on your phone immediately, then you can pay for two or three tickets or how many ever you want. Then you check on your phone whenever someone comes to check it, you show, look, I paid 1, 2, 3 times, and that should also work. The price for the bus tickets, the same as the metro, is just €1.50, and it's available for a total of 100 minutes. If you need to change 1, 2 or even 3 buses, if it's within the time of 100 minutes, you don't need to pay again.
Now let's talk about the trams. They are such an underrated way to transport around the city. Unlike the buses, they follow a set schedule and they won't get stuck in traffic. That, believe me, sometimes in Rome is crazy. They don't really cover the entire city, but they are a great option to go to places like Trastevere, for example. And just as with the buses, remember always to validate your ticket or tap your card in the machines inside the trams.
If you've given up on all forms of public transport, you can always take a taxi. You can use apps like Free Now or It Taxi, and you can pay cash or card. And here we are, everyone. Here are our best tips on how to use public transport in Rome. If you watch this YouTube video closely, then it means that you are a pro on using public transport in Rome, in Italy, and in some other cities in Europe. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and also ring the bell so you can see other videos that we will be making on Carpe Diem Tours. And make sure you follow us on our Instagram and TikTok accounts. See you next time. Ciao.